Well, this is the view from Tristan. There's really not a ton going on just yet. They actually just got started, sounded like maybe just a few weeks ago, and they've really been putting a lot of effort into getting things kind of prepped here. Obviously, a lot of terraforming going on back here. You've got the slope going down, and of course, boat building. They've got a boat out here. I think they have one in the works that is not showing up for some reason in front of me, but a lot of ground leveled out. They say that housing is going to be coming in here, and I do want to thank Pierre Tonde and John Curo for basically giving me the heads up about what's going on here. It sounds like Ghoul is part owner here on the settlement, and they definitely have a lot of work ahead of them. But anyway, we may swing back by here on our journeys back when we bring the boat back and to Vaughn, because they say they are going to be working on this quite a bit over the next few days. So anyway, we're going to have to say farewell to Tristan. It was a great stop. I filled up on water, and we're ready to get things going. I'm just going to hop in here really quick and try to get in here, get this thing moving again. At least the rain cleared up. Now, there are some settlements out to the west there. It looks like, and some of the names are cut off because they get really long and the map cuts them off. I'm not sure of them, but Nadler's Nifty Nah something. That's out there, along with Skystead Ranch, it looks like, and some of these names overlap too in the map. If I think to do it, I'll bring the map up, but I will have a link down to the map in the description if you want to check that out. But Stray Cat Cove, that's another one, and Cherrywood Bay, those are all over there. It looks like they're all pretty small though, and I ran through that area a while back and recall that it wasn't super developed or anything, so I think we'll skip that, because according to the map, if we go that way, it's a bit out of the way. This landmass straight north of us is what we need to go around, so we need to head this direction. So I'm actually going to turn that way, and then you can see that that's kind of going in the wrong direction for now. So let's put this on a straight course here, and I'm going to actually type in /weather, so we can see that the gale is coming from the west. So that's really going to help us right now, push us along. And you can see we're really booking, and I'm not even holding forward. And if I hold forward, you actually get to move a little bit faster. If I stare at the ground, you'll see the rocks there. And then when I hold forward, you kind of get moving a bit faster. So it's really good to go in the direction of that wind. And we might be able to maintain some of that as we go around this, but we do have a long gap with not a whole lot on the eastern coast, so we may pick it up. If I see an interesting settlement along the way, we may stop in there really quick. Otherwise, we may end up rounding the corner up in the north and come back to this once we're heading west. So there's a place out here I've been very curious about. It's called the Forbidden Outpost, and whenever I kind of am skimming the map, I'm intrigued by the name, and you can see there's a lot of terraforming going on out there, but it looks like it's just one small building, unless there's kind of something out of my view distance here. Looks like that might be all that's there. A lot of terraforming, perhaps some stone fences, and I just saw somebody on a boat. They're just ahead of me here, so I don't know if we'll get to catch up with them or not, but anyway, this is pretty interesting. I've been meaning to get over here. You can see the terrain type here, and now we're going through a bunch of kelp, but very different terrain type and very open out here. There's really not much out here. Between the Forbidden Outpost and some of those earlier places I had mentioned, it's pretty wide open. And in fact, around the corner, there is another settlement up here and to the left, but it is out here quite a ways. It's I actually don't know the name. It says an Objectionable, and I think it might actually be an Objectionable Settlement might be the name. I seem to recall something like that, but the map just says an Objectable, ... So anyway, it looks like we're going to get to see who this is. We might even catch up with him. Let's see. Panzergraph. And he's hurt, in fact. So anyway, I think we're going to pass him up. It looks like there might be another rowboat up here as well. And either these settlements are much closer to each other than they appear on the map, or this is just some area out here. Can't really tell. Get that darker kind of terrain here. Is this going to be weird for him that I'm going to clip right through him? He's probably thinking, there's no one else out here, you know, smooth sailing in my rowboat. Let's see if we can emote him here.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. I know that startled me a number of times when somebody has done that emote to me. When I really don't think anybody's around, it's a little freaky. But anyway... be very curious if I startled him or not, but here you go. This is actually really cool. I love the angle up into the mountains there, this kind of long slope here with these trees. I can't imagine these are like all that great for crafting or building anything, but not close enough to tell, and I can't tell by the looks of them what type they are. I suppose I could get in here a little bit closer. But you can see there's a lot of bears here. You could call this the Bear Coast, I suppose. I'm assuming this is clay here. Yep, lots of clay. You can actually see that on the map as well. Let's kind of get over here a bit. So you can see that this terrain actually gives way to some of the grassland type area up there. According to the map, it is forested up there. There is a settlement called what is that? Noidelia? It's kind of cool. But really not much out here. We're going to see the settlement up here at some point, and then it's going to be a long time between that and the next one. So anyway, we'll get up here and see what it's all about. You can see a sailboat here underwater. It's called the SS Derp, which is very fitting, being partially submerged there. But this is the Objectionable something. If I get in here close enough, maybe we'll hit the settlement edge here and see the name of it. But this is pretty cool. Look how wide open that is. Obviously a lot of trees just in a burst here. An objectionable deed. That's what it was. I thought it was settlement. But a lot of trees here. This actually makes me wonder if these are planted with no other birch trees around. I'm assuming that's the case. Are these lined up? Yeah, you can see they're lined up. So these were likely planted out here. But that's cool. It's definitely a way to get trees going. Granted, you do have to wait for them to grow. Got a pretty big spider out here. Actually, there's a lot of spiders. Is that a champion spider? There's a lot of spiders, and they look much smaller than that one. That's pretty cool. Got these planes out here. Let's see. I don't know if I can get close enough to target that. There we go. An aged champion huge spider. Awesome. Very cool. You're not getting me, buddy. You don't want to come in the water. So I thought I'd pull in close here. We've passed Objectionable, the Objectionable deed back there a bit, and you can see we've got a champion black bear out here. So you got a champion spider and a champion black bear within viewing distance of each other. And then of course the smoke in the trees is ominous because you kind of know that that's lava spiders, and we can see we've got a bunch of them here. Now I actually was running through a forest of olive trees, and they're really big and clumped together, and so you can't really see what's on the other side. So you can wave your mouse back and forth because it will highlight things even through trees, so I was kind of doing that. But basically I ran into a lava spider, and I was able to get away from him, but as I popped out and saw into these other trees, even more olive trees, I saw what you're seeing here, smoke rising from the middle of the woods all over the place. And I thought, you know what, those are not campfires. Those are definitely not campfires. So I steered clear of that. You can actually see them back there in the distance. So there is a lot of these guys out here. If you're looking for lava spiders, this might be the place to go. Well, as you can see, I've passed a huge shark, an aged huge shark, which is good. That's a cool thing. I actually have been around the water a lot, swam across different channels and everything in my exploration of this world on foot before, and never once saw a shark or a whale or anything like that. So it's good to see one there. They do exist. I know other people have mentioned being eaten by sharks, so I know that they're on the server. I just had not seen one yet. Now basically what I need to do is keep going north and go around this landmass that I can't quite see around. There you go, you can see it around the edge there. And while there are settlements down in this area that I would be interested in checking out, I'm trying to kind of get around this large landmass before it gets too late. But some of the settlements that are over there are Clover Cove, Kane's Landing, Port Baldwin, things like that. And there is a channel that pops through there, in fact, and goes into some other settlements there. Darkwell, Sleeping Lake, Enigma is another one. So anyway, maybe on my way back, maybe when we've gone in and I am coming back around, I have to come back around this way. I could go around, continue around the world, but it's even farther. And I just want to do this one quick journey, quick, quote unquote. So anyway, maybe we'll kind of hit those places up on the way back, but we'll see. Right now what I wanted to do is actually jump over, at least I'm heading in the somewhat right direction, and there's an area over here with a bunch of sand, and it looks like it's got an inlet, some kind of bay, and while it does look like some people have been working on things over here, the map does not show any settlements established, and I just wanted to see, because on the map it looks like it might be a really cool spot to put a settlement, and that's probably what people are getting ready to do, but I just wanted to see it with my own eyes. So I think we'll kind of cruise into the little bay and see what's going on there. I'm sailing into the bay at this point and realizing that the ground over there, that kind of peat moss, on the map it's brown. It looks it is a dark brown, but it does. My assumption was somebody had kind of dug that out, but that is not the case. But there is a area here that's been leveled out in front of me. You can see that they've got a stone wall up, some kind of structure there. And then back over here there is a tent. I don't know if I'm not close enough to highlight that. I guess that wouldn't show me their name anyway. But anyway, that's pretty cool. And you can see in the background the leveled out terrain. You can see that on the map, but there's no settlement associated with it. Clover Cove is beyond it a bit, so maybe that's something they're doing. But anyway, this is a pretty cool spot. Lots of creatures here. There was all kinds of animals, bulls, cows. I've seen a few trolls, scorpions, even a gator out there on the end. So a lot of that stuff going on. But you can see cedar trees out here, which are really good for building. So this is a very interesting area. I really like this. I think that peninsula that somebody is on with a tent there could be a really cool spot, especially with wood near enough by. I mean, I guess it's a little bit of a trip to bring it over there, but it may be worth it. Build something out on that little peninsula. It could be pretty cool. But that person could be making this structure here as well, so maybe they're set. I'm sure they've got their plans going here, but this is a very cool area. I think I'm actually going to get off here and grab a drink. You can see my stamina is next to nothing. Not too big a deal. I can kind of stop and rest that up a bit, but I'm just going to go ahead and dump this here. Get off for a second and get a drink, get some stamina back, and then we will get back out on the road. But I think we're going to call it a day for this stretch of the journey. I want to thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it as always, and I will catch you guys next time.